Diesel heater's in. Stove is going. The chill is out of the garage. I'm in shorts and a t-shirt. Green car's in the garage. And we're finally putting the deadgum carpet in the back because it's time. It's just time, okay? So there's not much I have to do before I can start laying this carpet down, besides taking the battery and battery box out, and then obviously our fuel cell cap. And then it's time to get this carpet figured out. I got a heat gun to kind of heat this rubber macking in the back and kind of mold it over the hump over here. That's the goal, is to get a nice little mold. Have it come down about a couple inches downward from there. Of course, the back seats will be here and put back in the car, but it shouldn't be too bad. I don't think there's gonna be much of anything to do on this task. I say that, and it's probably gonna be much to do. So I got the, wow, that thing's blowing out some heat for sure. I finally put it back in the garage, ran the exhaust outside, and it's definitely helped a ton in here. It definitely killed the chill on the concrete, that's for sure. But yeah, so let's get this all figured out real quick. I'm gonna have to cut me a piece off, put y'all on a tripod. But I'm thinking about, I'm gonna measure a rough guesstimate of how big of a piece to cut from, say, here to the back, and then this way. We'll get it laid in there, and then we'll kind of get the center done first, and then start trimming it with a knife. So yeah, shouldn't be too bad. I'm excited. It's time to get this interior, at least the rear part of the interior, done. I'd like to get those pieces back in, because those pieces have to go in before I can put any of the other pieces, like that piece over there, in. So it's time. It's been like this for too long. It's time to put some soundproofing, I guess, in there, and not make it sound like a fishbowl when I'm driving. So that didn't take too long to take the cap off and the battery, 2 bolts, move my harnesses. Of course, I have my fill. I got to do all the wires later on. I got to redo everything. I'm gonna do all new and nice sleeve and future and tuck it in nice and pretty. But I got everything out and I cut my piece. It's like 60 wide, so I did like a 62 and then like a 42. So it gives myself some extra cutting room. But the goal is to kind of get it somewhat formed on the middle part before I start cutting the edges. Because if I don't get this set in the middle yet, then I start cutting this, it's going to be all stretched out, and I want it to fit right. So the goal is to... That was weird. I think my drill fell. The goal is to put y'all somewhere. Gotta find my tripod. Alright, so I just stuck y'all into my jack, and it's working pretty good. So yeah, we are now a jack stand / tripod. So I'm gonna put this on time lapse, and I'm gonna try to form it as much as I can, then get the heat gun out and start trying to mold it as well as we can. Get it molded, and then we'll start gluing. We'll probably glue the middle section, let it dry, put some weights around it, and then slowly work our way around everything. Alrighty, so I have it kind of cut out a little bit, not on this side yet. I was starting on this side and I'm noticing it's actually forming really well besides right here. So obviously I gotta trim some more of this to get the crinkles out and stuff. But what I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get this side here nice and done, and then spray it and put all these weights on it to form all these hard parts right here, like to form over and everything. We'll glue the end last. I want to have all the excess off first, and then I'll trim the excess off. But I'm talking about the ramp right here, the humps on each side. So I have it pretty good, honestly, all the way around. I'm going to trim up this some more. I'm not going to fully trim this yet. I'm obviously not going to glue this either. It's going to be cut right here, but I'll probably choose some slices to kind of help shape the carpet so I don't have these bubbling areas. And then we'll glue this side down and then let these weights set on it for a bit, and then go to the next area after that part dries. So it might be a 2-day process, but it's gonna come out pretty good. I'm pretty excited. So I'm gonna get this trimmed up some more, and then we'll get the glue and see what we can do. Okay, so I got this whole corner kind of glued down, kind of weighted down, and I just glued right here to here. And it's forming really well. What the heat gun is making it helpful. I'm heating up the rubber before I spray the glue on it, and the rubber just to make it form better on like these sharp parts right here. I don't know if you can see it on camera, but there's a little hard line from the hump, and it's actually doing really good. It's helping it form very well. So plus I think the heat gun's helping that glue dry a little bit quicker. So I'm gonna put my hand here for a bit, get it all findangled, and then I'll try to get you back on the tripod. But right now I'm kind of stuck here putting this down. I ran out of weight, so I'll have to go find me some more concrete blocks probably and just get it all done now. Let it sitting here like this, but it's looking good. It's looking good. Alrighty, I must say that the heat gun on the rubber is helping out tremendously. So what I'm really doing is just kind of lifting up this carpet. I'm trying to get that rubber in the bottom hot. And once it cools off around the body line, it shapes pretty well. So I'm very impressed. But I'll just kind of heat this up. And then I'm kind of working the hump towards this hole so I can trim the excess off. And obviously I have excess over here. And I'm just kind of getting this body line right here. There's a hump right there. And then it goes around just like that. And that right there, like that's, like it's not bubbling. It's bubbling here because I'm up here. I haven't got glue down yet here. But I mean, it's going really well, honestly. I'll get this, I'll probably heat gun this a few more times and get it where I want it. Then I'll glue this section, put some weights on it, let it dry, and then start doing my hump, and then work my way out each side so I don't get any bubbles, or it's not hard to fight the bubbles. But I mean, I'm just about there. You can kind of tell where my cut is. I've been stretching it upward a little bit. That's okay, because under here, the bolt holes for the plate are way up here. So there's not gonna be any gap. It's gonna lay over that anyways. But I'm gonna heat gun this corner real quick, show you what I mean. Then I'll probably get some glue on it and let it tighten up. But I'm getting this nice, I can feel the heat in it, letting off, and I'm just kind of pushing it, the hump, down towards where I want to cut my excess. It doesn't smell good. It's definitely melting the rubber, but I'm okay with that because I'm pretty much just making my own formation of it. So I'm kind of excited. I'm kind of glad that I got one with like a marine carpet with the rubber backing, because it's making shaping these areas really easy. I was kind of scared doing it back here before I do the rest of the car, but I told myself if I couldn't do it back here, the front of the car is easy. It's just like a couple of humps. If I can't do this U hump in the middle, then this stuff's not gonna work. And look at that, it's already cooled off and it's kind of made shape right here. You can see it, the body line. So let me show y'all real quick. So you can almost see, like there's the bottom and the top of the hump, but I mean, like there's no bubble here besides, you know, where I gotta glue the excess out. So I'm gonna start over here because we got glue over here already. We're gonna get it. This right here I'm not worried about until I start up here when I stretch the carpet up. My goal is to get this U right here tight and then work from this middle and just kind of shape it each corner and then do this side. So yeah, I'm pretty pumped. Okay, so it's been about 20 minutes. I have a little bit of stuff right here, a little bubble. I'm gonna have to probably just spray, get some of the like the syringe glue and stick it in here for this little spot. Not a big deal. Got this formed with the heat gun. I haven't glued this part yet, but it's already like pretty much on there. I just glued the top part, and the goal is I'm gonna get another cinder block to get it flat right here. But of course I want to keep this not glued yet, this side, because this will be where all my excess is. So once I get this stretched out and then glued down, then I'll trim the excess. But you can see all my cuts on the ground. And of course right here too. I don't want to do the gluing on the end of it yet until I get the top done. But later on we'll glue this down, heat gun it, and then I'll probably tape it or something. Put something over here to go across. I got it sticking. I haven't cut this all yet. I just got the top hump done. But I mean, those little ripples right there, actually the soundproofing right there, I've been a whole bunch of tiny strips. So I mean, it's shaping it pretty good. I mean, it's not going to be perfect. I already know that. But like, I'm pretty happy with it so far. Just kind of fiddling with it, really. It's really not much to record. It's just kind of little by little heat gun glue. And I know this GoPro sucks at staying alive. I actually did find something on Amazon. It's like a case that has a battery in it for like 9 extra hours. It's like 50 bucks. I'm probably gonna buy that just so I don't have to worry about it shutting down. But I mean, honestly, very impressed. I'm probably gonna stretch down here now, kind of get this formed down here and all this put in. And then I'll put the vice grips on them and clamp them down. Probably get some more cinder blocks for up there and then use the weights down here. But yeah, I'm gonna keep shaping it just like I shaped over here. I mean, it looks fabulous. I mean, compared to what it was before, like, come on now. When I put the cover on and we get the wires taken care of, this thing's gonna look so much better. I can't wait. But I mean, you can see like just like that below. And then can you imagine just the trim back in it? I don't know how I'm gonna do with the trim yet. I may have to vinyl wrap them, because paint doesn't want to stick to them. I'll have to figure that part out. I might put like a thin layer of fiberglass Bondo on them and sand them smooth so they adhere to a paint. But I mean, dude, I'm pumped. I'm kind of speechless, honestly. It looks pretty darn good. Pretty happy. But it's not done yet, so your guys are gonna go to the charger because I'm not risking that. And I'm going to continue to slowly snip away and glue and heat gun and mold. And then I'll show you all the end results. Wow. Dang, she's looking good. So obviously this has got to dry still. It's tacky still, but I got to get weight on it. So what I did was I got everything cut out and I cut these lines right here for the bolts to go through the fuel cell. I'll trim all this later on. I just sprayed it with glue. The goal is to get it, put the plate on and kind of tuck this where it needs to be up here, and then clamp it down so I can put the weight here and let it stick. And then after it dries, we'll trim up all the excess glue. But I'm using the excess right here, not glue, this excess carpet. I'm going to use it as a clamp down to like, see, I can push this forward some and it goes up, and then I'll clamp it down, and then I'll have my room. That way I don't get it too tight and then it bubbles right here and here and here. So did it all the way around so we can kind of adjust the carpet where it needs to be, and then I'll tighten everything down. So I'm kind of gonna fiddle with it. We'll time lapse it, fiddle with it, and then we'll see what it looks like with no weights and everything back in the car besides the battery and the wires being ugly. I gotta paint the battery tray. This battery tray Tommy welded for me. We measured an AGM Duracell so it doesn't leak. Right now I just have carpet in there to keep it from hurting the other carpet. I need to go buy that battery later on, and then this will be good. But for now, whew, I'm pumped. So we get you on the tripod real quick, and then we'll see what it looks like when we're done. God dang, dude. My foot was on this. I gotta vacuum it now. But holy cow, dude. This thing looks so much better than it was. Like, come on. Of course, I gotta put my weights in here again, which I will in a minute. But I pushed, if you saw my time-lapse, I pushed this to the wall and then tightened down. And it's literally meeting right up on. If I push in the corner, it's not bubble or anything. So it's pushed up. You can kind of see, I don't know if I can turn the GoPro. You see it? You got your leg, no bubble, no carpet moving right there. Right here, it's a little bit, but I mean, I don't know. I think this is as good as I'm going to get it without like a steam machine where I can really steam the carpet and stretch it. But dadgum, dude. Really excited to hear it on the road to see if it made it any quieter. It probably will have, because I mean, it has a little rubber backing. But it is done. It's done. I did it finally after 3 weeks talking about doing it. Maybe 4 weeks. I don't know. Maybe 2 months. Who knows? But I mean, I got a little crink here. I'm gonna have to massage this out when I get my weights put in. But I mean, too, come on. Like, look at the side right here. Ready? Little bit of a bubble. Once I put the weight back in there, let that settle like that. Boom. We out here. And of course, this right here is fine because the plastic piece covers all this. And if it doesn't, I'll put a little black carpet feed and stuff it in there. But besides that little piece right there, that's pretty much it. That's it, guys. I don't know what I'm gonna tackle next. I'm probably gonna tackle the back. We'll just finish the back completely and see how the fender will know, because we're through the carpet back here, because that goes over that. So I'll probably end up, we might put the back seats back in. They're gray. I probably will just spray paint them black with like a fabric paint until I get them reupholstered. They're like rotted and stuff. They need to be reupholstered completely. Or we might just reupholster it on our own. Probably not a good idea. I don't know how to do that stuff. That's a totally different thing. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed it and enjoy finally seeing the rear end not look like a shell, leave a like, comment, helps me a ton. I'm excited. Of course, we got Gary's truck and then the S10 I'm about to start. The interior was what I wanted to hit, and the flex fill sensor on this car before I hit the S10. And then, you know, I'll get the coilover kit and everything for this later on. But dang, dude, I just keep staring at it like it's like my wife coming down the daggum aisle when we married. I got one bolt to tighten up and that's it. So. But yeah, that's it for the day. Besides tightening up this bolt right here. Ooh. Okie dokie. Done. Yeah, hit that little alert button for the next time I post a video. That's it for today. You guys have a great one. What a sigh of relief. What a way to end it right there. Good old sigh of relief. I'm so happy.